Hey, what's up? It's me, Jessica Jane. I was just wondering if you've ever sat and thought to yourself, Jessica, what are some signs that I am sexually attractive to women? Well, if so, I'm glad you asked, because I was just telling this story the other day to my clients about how men think one thing is attractive to women, and women usually don't think that thing is attractive to us. So because I love shedding light on the differences between how we think, that's exactly what I'm gonna tell you today, and to make sure you never miss out on another opportunity to hear how we women truly are from Venus and y'all are from Mars, or another one of my videos. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button with that notification bell. I think those were the planets. Do y'all know what I'm referencing? Anyway, I was telling this story to my clients yesterday about how I went on this Colombian jungle excursion with a bunch of dudes in the industry. It was me and 15 other dudes. I was literally the only woman. And we were taken into the jungle for 48 hours with this group who does this excursion. It was 4 dudes who were ex-military. They were all French, super buff, super fucking fine. And then there was the main dude who was this scrawny botanist. He was a researcher who was into plants and shit, but he was our guide. So I find out later that all the guys in my group were yo, Jessica's totally gonna fuck one of the guides. And these guys were ripped open cans with their bare hands. They built fire with their bare hands. They set up my hammock in the jungle on a mountain. They were some fucking Rambo type motherfuckers. All of them could have been the lead in a Rambo movie. And all my friends in this group thought, surely one of these 4 guys was going to make it into my heart and puss by the end of these 48 hours. And so we're all talking when we all get home back to regular civilization. They were Jessica, which one of those guys were you into? And I was honestly, I really liked the botanist. Now, the botanist was a French white Urkel, high-pitched voice, nerdy, awful posture. But I don't know, just something about him was just so sexy. I don't even know. The other men didn't give a shit about me. They were they were very masculine and sexy on a physical scale, but that's not what attracted me to them. So I'm gonna tell you exactly what attracted me to the botanist, the super skinny botanist, and it'll make more sense to you once you hear these 4 signs. So the first sign you are sexually attractive to women is that she's physically erratic around you. So if we find you sexually attractive, that means we are interested in you in the puss. There's something very primal about what you're doing to us, and we feel it in our bodies. So if we feel you from a physical sense, where we're attracted to you in a physical sense, we will be physically unhinged around you. Whether it's frantically flipping our hair or frantically fidgeting or even seemingly cold and tense, we will be physically different around you because again, we are feeling physically interested in you. You might catch a girl pacing or shaking her leg or playing with her nails. Whatever it is, you are having a physical effect on her. Mine was I couldn't stop cursing. Granted, I curse a fucking lot. We all know this. But, said botanist even noticed, he's do you always curse this much? And I was I didn't fucking think so. But it was very out of the ordinary. I was very physically erratic and undone around this point. The second one is she blushes a lot. Guys, I've tried to demonstrate what blushing looks like, but it's hard when it's not happening in real time. So I'll try to conjure it up right now. Okay, that's blushing. It's when she can't really contain herself, and you'll see her cheeks turn red when she just looks at you, or if you make her laugh, she kind of you could tell that she's laughing in the heart and puss. We laugh from the puss too, guys, I'm telling you. Her cheeks turning red, that's her puss turning red. Which then brings me to the third one, which is she touches herself a lot. I can't tell you how many hair flips I do when I'm attracted to a guy. Granted, I hair flip so much with y'all. But again, it's one of those things where because you are having a physical effect on us, we cannot stop from physically touching ourselves, whether it's to draw attention to our bodies or because our bodies are going through a lot of different experiences around you. So we're just holding ourselves in check. We become so much more aware of ourselves physically when we are physically attracted to you. So you might see her hold herself a little bit. You might see her hair flipping. You will just see a lot of physical stuff happening in her because she's so much more aware of what's going on in her body, and she's either trying to control it or it's unhinged. Which then brings me to the 4th one. This is a dead giveaway. I'll tell you right now, when I see a sexy ass fucking dude that I want to get sexy as fuck with, I will absolutely take off my shirt. in some capacity. So if I got a sweater on, I take that sweater off so fucking fast. If I've got a t-shirt on, I run and put on a little crop top as fast as I can. We bear ourselves more. Because if we find you sexually attractive, we also want you to look at us sexually. I'll tell you right now, I had this one girlfriend, I can always tell when a fine ass dude walked in the room because she always took off her sweater. She wore hoodies everywhere, but you know, we don't just wear hoodies. We got shit on underneath. She always took off the hoodie, always. I always knew, because her and I were super casual around each other, but I knew there was a fine ass dude in the vicinity if this bitch is taking off her hoodie. And sure enough, I see, oh, there he is. But again, it doesn't always have to do with your looks. Granted, the example I just gave of my friend, that's based on looks, but usually it's how you're making us feel. So a couple years later, I was back in Colombia and the group was all women this time, but we had the same instructors for the Colombian excursion, and all the girls were like, wait, which dude were you attracted to? Because they just like looked at a picture of these guys, and I was like, yeah, that weird looking dude. And then by the end of it, they were like, okay, I get it. Because to us women, we are affected by how you make us feel emotionally. Do you know how many physically good-looking men have crossed my paths, and the second they open their mouths, I'm like, ugh. I remember me and my brother one time, we went to this singles event in Brooklyn. Was it Brooklyn? And, you know, there's plenty of single men, plenty of single women, whatever. And there was this one guy who caught my eye, and I was like, he looking good. And he like caught me from across the room, and like he like made a point to like never come over to me. He was just like talking to these other girls, and he'd like look over at me and he'd like wink, and I'd be like, oh my god, so fine. Then by the time he walked over to me, this is what he said. Every time I saw you from across the room, I knew that you were like totally the hottest girl here, but I didn't want to like come over like right away or anything, but I just like knew I wanted to talk to you this whole time. What's your name? Where are you from? How long you been single? Like, what are you looking for? That was literally all the first thing he said to me. How dry do you think my vajij was within those first couple seconds? Exactly. And this is exactly what we train all our clients out of doing, is ruining it within seconds of opening their mouth, and instead getting her hooked the second they open their mouth with my 90-day coaching program. So if you know you want to get to this place where you do want to catch and captivate women as fast as you can to create those connections, create chemistry as fast as possible, so you don't have to wait to get comfortable, so you don't have to sit there and try to wonder about other men that are captivating her heart. No, you know that the second you get your foot in the door, that door is blasting open, and you're gonna have to hold her off. If you know you want to make this happen for yourself, jessicajdating.com/book. Let's talk about making it happen for you. Because if you're seeing these signs and you don't know what to do, it doesn't fucking matter how many signs you're getting. Again, jessicajdating.com/book. Let's talk about getting you who and what you want once and for all. And thanks for watching as always. I'll see you next time.